Hiya, Colin here. Welcome to today's project. Today we're doing something which I think is really quite clever, and that's using our webcam to identify. For this project, we're going to call them birds, but these are my birds. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to get yourself at least three different coloured items. Could be socks, could be books, could be baby toys, just something with some bright colours on. That you can wave in front of your camera, which I'll show you how to do any minute now. All right, let's get coding. Okay, so let's nip over to the Raspberry Pi projects. Continue on with the Protect Our Planet series. Click on Count the Creatures, and basically we're creating a program that can identify what color squares or color objects are being presented in front of a target. So in the picture here, the lady's using a green, a blue and a red piece of paper to represent a bird, and you can see there's being a stamp down here when each time it's presented, and also it's saying beside the target what the color is. What do you need? You need a computer that's got a webcam. You need either online or offline Scratch. Today I'm going to use online Scratch. 3 different items to use as your birds. You're going to learn about how to use broadcast messages to communicate. You're going to learn about 2 extension blocks. One is the video sensing, and another one is a pen extension for the stamping. And you'll also understand how it's possible something similar to this could be used to detect and visualize wildlife. So let's get cracking. We're going to open a new project. I'm going to split my screen as I normally do. So I've dragged that down, Windows right key, then Windows left arrow key. I'm going to squash the instructions to the left. I'm going to get rid of my cat, and that's me ready to go. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my my target, and if I just click on the circle button here and then drag down over the middle, if you wanted to do a different color you can, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to put a vertical line through it and then a horizontal line through it. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a rough idea as to where we're going to present our bird. We're going to rename the sprite to be target, and that's us completed the first item. We then need to go back to our code tab and come down the bottom here and pick on the add extension area, and we're then going to go into video sensing. When you first go into this, you're going to get a window that says allow Scratch to use your camera. And in order for this to really work, you need to say allow. I don't want you to worry about the cameras taking images of you and then they're being put on the internet. Then that's not happening. It's just being used on your computer locally, so you don't need to worry about that. You can see me because I'm recording my screen, so I can show you how this works. Does that make sense? I hope so. So no need to worry about that we're putting images of children out on the internet. We're not. It's just only on your computer, and if somebody downloads your program, they're going to have to show what's on their camera, so it won't be. It's not you. So this is safe. So on our code then for our target, we're going to select when the green flag's clicked. We want to set video transparency to 0. So I'm going to set transparency to 0. Press the green flag. I need to put the camera on. And I'd always encourage you to experiment with these options. So when the transparency is set to 0, you're going to see me in full glorious Technicolor. If I set it to 80, for example, and then press the green flag, I kind of like I'm fading out. But for this project, we need it set to 0. We're going to set the ghost effect on the target to be 80%. So under looks, set ghost effect to 80, and press the green flag and see what happens. Okay, so I've come back in glorious color because my transparency is now set to 0, and if you can just see on my head at the moment, the target goes into like a ghost mode. So I'm just going to put it behind you on my whiteboard so you can just see it a bit clearer over on this side. I don't know if that's left or right. It's this side. Okay, we're going to add a forever loop on the bottom there. So that means the camera is going to be forever looking in that area, and then we're going to put an if then block inside that, and then we need to get the sensing, and we're going to do all of this by sensing the color. So if touching color blur, we're going to get it to do something. So let's set what color blur is going to be. So I click on there, the picture picker appears here, and now if I grab my red bird, can you see my red bird? I'm going to put that in front of my target over here, and I'm going to drag my picker over onto there, and now inside there that's turned into a dark red color. You may notice there's more than one color of red on my ball of wool. I'll show you in a minute how we can get around that, but I just want to show you how quickly and how cool this is. So now we're going to say touching red, say red for 2 seconds, and that's all there is to this. Press the green flag even. Bring my red bird in. So that's spotted that that's a red ball. I mean a red bird. Okay. If I bring my blue one in, that doesn't work because we haven't coded that. Coding that's going to be really easy. All we need to do is right click on here, duplicate, bring that down the bottom there, click in here for our color picker, click on the color picker, bring my ball of wool up, and using the picker, let's pick quite a bright blue on there. Okay, press the green flag. Let's bring my need to change that to blue, or else it will say red and we're getting really confused. So bring my blue bird in. All right. So you can see that one's had trouble seeing that blue. So we'll fix that in a moment. But what we'll just do is we're just going to get my orange bird and put that down there. Click on there. Here goes Mr. Orange. Click the picker. All right. And let's change the words there to be orange. Let's run. Orange. Blue's going to be a bit funny, I know, because we need to do something about. Come on. Here's the blue bird. Yeah. Okay, we'll fix that any minute now, but let's bring red. So red and orange are working quite well. Perhaps the blue I've got in here isn't representative of the main of the blue that's on here. So the way we can get around that is by adding an OR block in. So we want one of these OR blocks in. So that's under operators, and it's this one here. I'm going to bring 3 in. Right, so the one I had trouble with is with my blue one. So I'm going to grab hold of that. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to duplicate that and put that in there. And then I am going to click in there, click my picker, bring my blue bird in again. And let's pick a blue there. So that's it's a much darker blue. And I can actually put another one in there. So I drag that block in there again. I can then do exactly the same again, duplicate that and put one in there. click in there, click on there, and let's sort this blue bird out, shall we? So I've now got 3 shades of blue, and hopefully this time round when I do my little test, we'll see that it should work much better. So now, fingers crossed. Blue, 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 red, and orange. I think that's really clever. If your colours need more than 3 in, you can always add another block on there. You can add those on. I haven't seen a limit on that, but you can put that in there and add another one on if you needed it. But mine works okay with what I've got there, so that's good. That's what the instructions are all saying. Okay, we're now going to do the bit thing. We're going to start to think about how we're going to put our little stamps on the screen to say when a colour has been presented. So kind of like creating a visualization of the number of times red, green, or blue has appeared. So come down to here, pick a sprite. The one they've used is Toucan. I'm not going to use Toucan because I don't like to follow instructions that much. Because there's plenty of other sprites on here. How about Gobo? Right, so I'm going to use Gobo as being my my counter. I'm going to reduce his size to 50%. So I'm going to have 3 Gobos going across my page to say what to count the different colours. Let's have a look at the costumes Gobo's got. We only need 1 costume, so I'm going to delete that one and delete that one. And this one I'm going to make him red. So no, so it's click the fill button, and then reddish. Okay, so I'm just going to make him sort of red. Okay, and then over here on our code for our target, we're going to add 3 broadcast messages. So we're going to brush broadcast red, duplicate, new message red, new message blue, duplicate, new message orange. So we're going to use these as a way of controlling which one of our sprites is going to be stamped on the screen. So the red one wants to go when he's touching red, orange wants to go when he's touching orange, and blue when he's touching blue. So we've done the sending the message part. So now we go back to Gobo and we say, well, I'm going to do things a little bit differently because I get a little bit confused. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set where I want Gobo to start. So I want Gobo to start there at say -200, so go to motion. So when the green flag is clicked, that's when the game starts. I want him to go to where he is now, -210, -50. So that way, whenever he starts, whenever I press the green flag, he's just going to go back there and start doing his thing. Now I'm going to put a control on him that says when he receives message red, we want to change his X position by 10 steps. So it's over here on here, move 10 steps. So now, with that all set up, if I wave red in front of my camera, it goes red, and you can see Gobo has slowly walking across the screen. Hopefully you can see that. Yep. And then I press stop, and I press the green flag, he goes back to the beginning. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make him leave a trail and stamp his position each time he receives a message. So if you're doing visualizations on things, it's like a good way of showing how many times something has appeared. So we're going to come down to our extension area. We're going to add the pen extension, and the one we want is stamp. So when I receive red, I want you to stamp and then move forward 10 paces. So this time, if I press red in front, you can see he's leaving a shadow behind. Just to prove it doesn't work for one of the other colours, so when you're testing things out, make sure you do tests for other colours that you haven't coded. So when I do the test for blue, that's not working because we haven't coded blue. So that's working good. And the next thing we need to do is we just need to make sure that the one on the top is the one that's, so the one on top is the one I can move around. That's an actual sprite. The rest underneath are stampers that I can't remove until I do a reset. So I'm going to hide this one. So I'm going to make this one appear when it receives red, show, and I'm going to make it hide after it's done the stamp. So if I just run that again just to show you what happens. Oh, I haven't done the clear the screen thing. So clear the screen thing is under pen, and that's erase all. And I'm going to put that under when the green flag is clicked. So when the green flag is clicked, erase everything, put yourself back at the start position, and get ready to go. So now when I bring the red in now, you should start doing little steps. And that top one there, I can't click that because that's the stamp, that's not the sprite. The sprite is hidden because we've made it hide here. And if I clicked on Gobo here, you can see there's a square showing just there, so that's where he is, but he's hidden. We need to do the same thing for the for more colors. So the way we're going to do this one is we're just going to duplicate Gobo twice, once, and two. Gobo 1 is the one with the, oh, they've all got his code on. So if I go to Gobo 2, I'm going to go to his costume and I'm going to change his color to blue. Blue. And then go and change his code so that when he receives blue, he's going to move across, but we need to make him appear below this one. So if we add, let's add 30 onto that, so minus 80. That might not be enough. Press the green flag. Let's bring a red one in. Let's bring a blue one in. You can go down a bit more, can't you? Minus 100. Oops. Oh, that was his start position. Okay, right. Press the green flag. So red, blue. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm happy with that. Test it. Check it doesn't work for orange because we haven't coded orange yet. Check it still works for blue. Excellent. And let's go to Gobo number 3, and we're going to go to his costume and his fill. Oh, kind of roughly there. No. If these colors are a little bit off and they're not quite right, I have a confession that I'm colorblind, which makes life interesting. So I'm going to call. I'm going to call. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to call that orange. It's probably more yellow, but I'm going to call that orange. It's a different color. And now I come back to my code, change this here to orange, press the stop button, press go, and now let's see what happens. Oh, he's appeared where the red one's going to appear. So I bring red in now. So it's just put a red one on top of the the orange one. So we need to position orange to be below blue. So blue. So if I make orange go to -150, press stop and restart, that hides everything. Ta-da! 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 So, I think the instructions cover all of that. The option now is you can share your project if you want to. Don't forget you don't need to worry about the camera thing. You can see me because I'm recording me. But if I go share and we're going to call this count the creatures. Creatures. Oops. We won't do commenting online. If you want to put your link into Facebook, we can do that there. So the next project we're looking at is a project called electricity generation. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. That was certainly didn't seem to be the slog that the last one did, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Okay, and don't forget to share your projects. All right, bye-bye.